How's it going, Crustacean Nation? We're back for Coach's Corners for the 2025-26 season. It gives fans like you an inside look to the games and goings-on for the team. As always, I'm Matteen, and I'm joined for the first time on the show by Athens head coach Garrett Rutledge. Coach, at the time of recording, we're a week out from opening the season in Indiana. The team is just coming off that intermixed scrimmage with the UGA Ice Dawgs on Tuesday. Being there, it just seemed like the boys were having fun out there. What did you make of the night, and was there anything that you feel like you learned about the team?
Yeah, that was my first experience kind of being on the bench and walking out on the ice, so it was cool to see all the fans and stuff, and obviously seeing, the UGA, fan base too show up, so it was a good crowd. I was actually surprised how many people showed up to watch the scrimmage. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was kinda like a little bit of mixed chaos, but it was good to intermingle with kind of our, might say, little brother at the arena here. So it was good for the program. I think it was good for their hockey program and both programs to kind of form that bond together. So it was good. I thought it was fun, and like I said, it creates a good buzz with the fans because you get to see some live hockey here in the Aikens Ford Arena. So it was fun.
You're absolutely right. It was a blast. I'm just curious, were there any players who stuck out for you on the night as having a particularly good performance?
Yeah, well, like you can always point to the obvious ones. The one guy that sticks out for me is Jesse Lowell, guy we picked up from Arizona State. He played last year. Big body, moves the puck well. Like I loved his game. He's always got a big smile on his face. He's going to become a fan favorite here in Athens really quickly. And then I think Gleb Bandurkin just shows his speed and his skill set and what he can do with the puck. I'm excited to have him on the hockey team and watch him develop over the season here. And I'm sure he's going to light the lamp a few times.
I'm definitely going to ask about a couple of those guys later on in this interview, but I'm wanting to know about what you tell us about the goalie room right now. We know about the signing of Carter McPhail, and he's an exciting signing, Division One hockey player. Is he shaping up to be the number one right now? And what is the rest of the room looking like?
Yeah, I think it's an open door. Like McPhail's one of those guys that comes in. He's a smaller bodied goalie, but he competes hard. He's a pro. Obviously, you didn't get to the D1 level by just being a slouch in net. So he's comes to prepare every day. Works very hard. He's always ready for practice. He challenges the guys. He's explosive in the net. He's always working. He's a pleasure to be around to watch him do his craft. And then we actually just got sent back Will Lavalliere. He was at the Allen Americans East Coast camp. So he's back in town. Actually, he just walked in here. I'm just literally looking at him right now. So yeah, so that's basically where we're at. Both him and Carter are going to be basically sharing the net. So we got 1A and 1B. So it's a pleasure as a coach to have two good goalies. And obviously, everybody's familiar with Lavi here. So it's great to have him.
Another new face I want to talk about, I think, is someone that the fans are really going to be excited about. It's someone you've already mentioned. It's Gleb Bandurkin, someone who I think will really excite the fans. He was higher than a point per game player in his rookie year with the hat tricks last season. What do you think his game adds to the team? Is it just that? Is it contribution? Is it points?
Well, he immediately, right off the bat, like he's a an infectious kid. Like even being from Russia, he's very got a big smile on his face. He jokes around a lot. Like he's got a good personality. He's well liked by the boys, and it's fun to see. It's fun to see him fit into our group. And then give him the puck, and he's special. He's a talent. He gets it in the scoring area. He usually dunks it in the back of the net. So, which is it's going to be fun to watch. Like I said, he's got some stuff to work on with his game, but I think just as he's in Athens and around our core guys, our group, and how we're going to be structured, and he's gonna take off very well in this program.
As we said earlier, we're a week out from opening the season in Columbus. I know there's still some things to be ironed out. Columbus, Indiana. I guess I should be completely transparent there. I know there's still some things to be ironed out, but how set do you feel the roster is right now?
Yeah, we're pretty set up front. We got a couple new guys that are going to be joining the club here. Yeah, like I said, looking for another defenseman or two to come in here just to round out our roster, and then pretty much opening night, our roster's pretty much set within just a couple of small tweaks. So I'm looking forward to going to Indiana, getting on the road with the boys. It's kind of nice to kind of start on the road. I know the guys started last year on the road, but it's nice to always get out of training camp and get with your team, and so you can get the hotel, team meals, and like that travel and kind of have some fun together, and then go play some hockey and hopefully bring back 2 wins, and then get the ball rolling and go right into PD and just keep this thing sailing, the ship sailing per se.
I know you still have some decisions to make, but one of the combinations that we saw during the scrimmage was the pair of Michael Greco and Carter Shinkarik. As it stands, do you think that's a defensive pair that we'll see during the season as well?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, everybody's pretty much interchangeable. I don't like to like guys don't have to stay together all the time. So I'm kind of like a 5-man piece out there. Everybody's not really all set together. So I like my defense. They can basically jump in and play with whoever. Obviously they're two veterans. So if we have two younger guys, say it's Rosie or it's Garcia that played this first year last year, it's like they can put the veteran leadership out there with them and kind of guide the way and steer the ship.
Do you have that same philosophy with your forward lines? Because during that scrimmage, we saw why Garrett Milan was the reigning MVP of this league, hat trick in that scrimmage on Tuesday. And I was just wondering if there's anything you could potentially tell us about who you see on a line with Millsy to create a real top trio, because he seems like one of those guys that just makes everyone better around him.
So right away, I've Joe Max, one of the top players that I brought in here for the Rock Lobsters. He played Erie Otters, Sarnia Sting in the CHL, and then he played 4 years of CIS at Lakehead University. So very good player, big body, knows how to play the game. I can see him starting with Milan, and then I'll probably let the cat out of the bag now. We also signed Eric Neely, so another top player that's played in the East Coast. It's going to be a real good player for us. Veteran leadership, hometown guy. He is from Athens, and I know a lot of fans have been asking around a little bit of the buzz around him coming to play for us. So it's been a pleasure to have him on the ice and his leadership, and then getting to watch him and Milan together. And Mac is going to be a special top line.
Just very excited to see how this team looks on the ice this year. Someone else who we saw score in that scrimmage was Bodan Zinchenko, and it was unfortunate for him last year. I don't know if you know the whole story. Came in from that Danville situation, which was unfortunate as it was. He came in wanting to impress. I think he took a knock in his first game for us, maybe even his first shift. Are you getting that same energy from Zinni now that he's hungry to make an impression?
Yeah, he's been good too. Like he's been actually very good for Gleb and stuff. They still like anything I say that Gleb doesn't understand. Zinks kind of takes the leadership role, and I'll explain it to him in Russian or translate to him for me. So it's been great to have him around. He's looked great on the ice. He's come in great shape. He demands the puck. Like I said, he's been real good. He's been scoring. I couldn't be happier with him right now. So he's got a real good opportunity here. And like I said, he didn't obviously a couple bad bounces last year with getting injured. And obviously, when you go into playoffs, you got to make some tough decisions. And coming back from injury is going to be tough. So, with that being said, yeah, I look forward to all the guys actually. So, it's not one guy that I'm not looking forward to seeing. Like that's kind of what I've said before with meetings with you, Matteen, is like when we sit down and you build a hockey team all summer and you talk to these guys, you recruit them. The best part about it is seeing them come out on the ice in their jerseys and watching them have success. And it's like, that's what hockey's all about. It's like, let them go do their thing. Right. And you see a big smile on their face. And especially when they score, they get their first one and fans are cheering them on. It's just, it's what it's all about.
You brought up a little bit about the leadership that Eric Neely presents, and I think there's also obvious guys. Our captain, Carter Shinkarik, Garrett Milan, he was also involved as an assistant coach last season. Um, are there other guys that are presenting themselves as leaders as training camp has gone on and as the early parts of the season have gone on?
I'll say like the team was built last year on absolute leaders. So when you're looking for guys to lead this hockey team, like again, you look back to the Jesse Lowell's, the like he's played very well like in the action, had great success in that. So he's been a leader at that level. You bring in a guy like Christopher Mott, like he played on the Binghamton Black Bears. They won a championship. I'm looking for guys that want to be winners. And with that being said, like Philip Virgilio, like he's like Phil's unreal. He could be the captain too. Like again, all these guys have put so much work in last year and were adaptable from the problems with the rink at the beginning of the year or just like having everything to start on the road. Everybody was so dialed in that the culture has been started here, and you can see how the Shinkaruks, the Milans, the Grecos have all had their footprint going forward. like every morning I sit here and I go and have coffee, and there the guys are mean business casual. They have a standard. They want to win. They want to put the work in. They do everything as a hockey team. They eat dinner together. They're having fun. There's no individual groups per se on a team. Like it's just like it's been great to have them around. Like our leadership group's been unreal, and I think it's going to pay this organization dividends way down the road for a long time. By the way, our leadership group has come in already and set the standard on how things are going to be and how our hockey team's going to operate. So it's great. Like I said, pretty much everybody's got a voice in there at some point. So it's been amazing. But I would say Phil Virgili's another guy that could wear C and a big piece in the back end. Michael Greco again's played a lot of games in this league, knows what it takes to win and how hard of a grind it is. So it's like again, the standard at practice is like it's not always me barking at guys. It's like takes the other guys to tow guys into the fight. Like I've been on some good hockey teams, coached and stuff, and some of the elite players that play, they have the ability, and I'll just say like that's what like these top guys in the NHL, like Sidney Crosby, they have the ability to bring other players into the fight. What I mean by that is things aren't going well or whatever, they have the I don't know, gravitational ability to just their personality to just bring them along and make everybody better around them. So I think we've got a whole bunch of really good kids in there, and I say kids, I mean they're like young men or middle-aged men, I guess some of them. So it's great to see. I don't think we're going to have any problem with any type of leadership with this hockey team or having a team that's going to be fun to watch.
I'm curious because something that me and you talked a lot about in our live Q&As was about you came in with this huge reputation of being a player's coach. And with that being the case and that kind of being your philosophy of how you run a team, how how important is it to fill the guys or fill the locker room with guys that are kind of almost coaches players, if you will?
Yeah, again, it starts with talking to your players, knowing how they are, reading the room. Like some days the team's not going to be feeling the best, so it's like you got to adjust your practices. You got to take what a guy like Shinks or Milan want to do. Like even today, like guys are like, he's like, well, like you want to do some scoring drills and like get a few more touches and get a lot more flow going and stuff like that. The boys just said, like again, I come in a little bit late and it's like it's trying to teach them defensive zone stuff and it's a lot. So you read the room kind of thing. You take what they're saying, whether the guys are tired. Like it could be even pushing practice till noon. So instead of skating every day at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m., let the guys sleep in for a bit. Let them get up and do their thing, and like you know what I mean. And then just small things like that. That's what makes you a player's coach. I think like the players are a big part of it. They can tell you what's going on, and like as a coach, I have an open door policy. Like I said, I open my door every morning when they walk in. I want the guys to know that I'm kind of yeah, I'm the coach, but I'm also part of the team, and it I don't know, it just made a success, and I like people coming in and having fun at their work. So you know what I mean? It's just how I coach.
You might remember during those live Q&As, questions that we had gotten repeatedly, a lot of them were about the power play. With that being the case, how are the special teams units shaping up? Is success on the power play kind of just about maybe putting the right guys together?
Yeah, I think it's going out with a game plan, sticking to a structure. Again, it's through video, it's through healthy discussion, getting the right guys together. You got to get a net front guy. You got to get a guy that's a shooter, a playmaker, and have rules within that structure to be able to have success. So, um, like I said, if all five of those guys on the ice are on the same page, generally speaking, you're going to have a good power play. It's like two shot rule. You're getting two shots every minute, and then if you don't, we want to like savages get that puck back. You want to work, and then off we go. Next unit comes on. So is there a 1A, 1B? People call their top unit. There's a second unit. But at the end of the day, if the second unit's going to be going, they're the one that's going to start. I kind of have a rule of thumb, but if you score, like that unit's going back out to start. Like that's just the way it is. So um competition again, that creates competition. We do a lot of power play practice where we're doing games or whatever, and like there's going to be something on the line. So PP1 versus PP2, like again, they have their penalty killers down there, the penalty killers are down the other side. If you lose, hey, there's going to be you got to pay the piper kind of thing. So there could be something up for grabs. There could be skating afterwards. You might have to pack the bus. Who knows? Whatever they bet. So I like to create competition and a lot of back and forth on the ice. So I think it's healthy for them. And yeah.
We look ahead to facing the Indiana Sentinels, new FPHL franchise in this league. And yeah, they have some guys that we would be familiar with in our league. Zach Horn, Jawan Davis, Parker Rutherford, some guys that come to my mind. But how do you deal with preparing for a team that has literally never played a game?
Yeah. Well, they play tonight, so I'll be able to watch some of that tonight.
Well, I guess that's
But
true. Yeah.
like I said, to be honest with you, Matteen, like I've coached over the years and in this league and stuff, and even in the OHL last season, and what I've taken from the coaches I've been with is just we worry about us. Like at the end of the day, like it doesn't matter if we're playing the Monroe Moccasins or Indiana Sentinels or Carolina Thunderbirds. It's just a hockey game to me. Like we all put our gear on the exact same way. We worry about the Rock Lobsters, how we're going to play. We want to dictate the play. We want to control the pace of play. We're not going to back down. We're going to play how the Rock Lobsters want to play. So any given night, obviously, there's different players in different teams, and obviously you got to respect that. But for the most part, we take it as the Rock Lobsters. You're coming to play the Rock Lobsters. We're not coming to play you. You're going to play us tonight. So you want to play? Here we come. So yeah, that's how it is. Like I said, I've never been to the rink before either, so that kind of throws a little bit of difference in it. And again, we'll get down there and hopefully morning skate, like you get out there, get some touches, see the boards, see the lines on the rink, kind of the goalies get some touches and see where their angles are at and all that kind of stuff. The glasses and the board, like the yellows are lively, like just all the things that come with a brand new rink that no one's played in. So again, little things to be watching tonight for when they're playing. I think they're playing Topeka tonight, so it should be exciting in there and see what kind of crowd they have. And obviously, have a smaller building. Like we've been to these water towns and places, they kind of get a little bit rowdy because the fans are on top of you and stuff, and they're fun places to play. And generally speaking, when they have a community rink, they usually got a little, pretty good ice in there, so it usually plays pretty fast.
They are already facing some challenges, though. Their head coach, Kurt Walston, stepped down after what was described by the club as visa challenges. And now 25-year-old Jack Hudak, who has had some spots in this league as a goaltender, young coach starting out. I'm just curious, what advice would you give Jack if you could?
You know what? I'm a big proponent of. I've been told several times on when you're a coach, the biggest word for me is just being fair to your players. So whatever you do, prepared wise, dealing with trades or anything going on within the organization, is you just got to be fair. So the guy's not working hard, you hold everybody to the same standard and you're just fair. So making sure that you're in there, you're doing video, you're prepared, you got a good practice plan. And like I said, the word fair comes up very often when you talk to coaches at elite levels. They're just like, be fair to everybody.
The Rock Lobsters starting off their second verse, hopefully with a powerful note. Athens starts the season with a 2-game set in Indiana against the Sentinels. The next weekend, after the Rock Lobsters return home after a Friday night game against the PD Ice Cats, opening night is finally here. Crustacean Nation, with the purchase of our opening night ticket package, you not only get a seat to watch your favorite team, but also you get a limited edition hat designed just for opening night. Make sure you secure your new swag and get the opening night package now at rocklobstershockey.com.
Is that how it goes, Matteen?
That's exactly right. Claws up big time. That does it for Coach's Corner. We'll see you next time.